So today we are doing the 19, that is Schreiben and Sprechen 5.9. And I'm going to introduce another important information that will surely come in your exams, right? So in the A1 exams, the Teilsweise, the expression where you get a cut, you are going to get a lot of verboten. One of the cuts can be a lot or verboten. And in simple terms, allowed implies that allowed or permitted, right? So that means that impact is picnicking allowed. That implies that picnicking in the park is allowed, and verboten is forbidden, that is prohibited, right? That means that it is not allowed. I mean that in the bibliothek ist Rauchen verboten. That means that smoking in the library is forbidden. So, so let's check some of the basic phrases with allowed, right? So here is Essen allows. That's going to imply that eating is allowed here, or Handy benutzen ist verboten. That means that using mobile phones is forbidden. And the question, we are going to start with a verb, right? That is the yes or no question. So ist as in here allowed. So we start with the verb and the subject. The subject is the S. So ist as in here allowed, or ist Handy benutzen verboten. That means that is using phones forbidden, right? So this one is very simple. You are going to get picture like this, one of them, and if you see the red sign, then it means that it is verboten, that is forbidden. And if you see the blue sign, then it means that it is allowed. So it's like English, right? When you want to say that something is allowed, we just start with the subject and the verb. Maybe eating is allowed, right? Dancing is allowed. Drinking is allowed, right? Same thing with this one. So let's check maybe this one as swimming. So if I want to say that swimming is allowed, we just say that swimming is allowed. If I want to say that drinking is allowed, we say that drinking is allowed. Let's check essen. How will you say that food is forbidden? So essen is verboten. Good. So can we change this one here? Is it a question or a statement? Statement. So how do you change it to a question? It's swimming allowed. So it's swimming allowed. And this one
is drinking allowed?
So it's drinking allowed. And this one
is essen verboten?
is essen verboten. Good. So if you get the picture and you are asking the question, then we are going to use this one here. And if you are the one responding, then you are going to use this one, the one on top, which is Schreiben is erlaubt and so on. So that is the structure here for the yes or no question. So you bring ist and the verb that you are talking about and bring the erlaubt. So yeah, that is erlaubt. This can be the response, or nine, that is not allowed. That means that is not allowed. Or ist, then you bring the verb here, then you bring the verboten, then you can say that, yeah, that is verboten. That means that is forbidden. Or if you want to use the W question, we are going to start with verses here allowed. So what is allowed here? You can say that here is Essen allowed. Or verses here verboten, you can say that here is Essen verboten. So these are some of the examples down here that you can come back to it and read through. So more examples here. We have Rauchen is verboten. The question we bring is Rauchen verboten. We will come back to this one, the Dolphin. So fotografieren is allowed. So ist fotografieren erlaubt? So this one is the question, and this is going to be the statement. But let's check this modal verb dürfen. Let's check these three phrases. Eating is allowed. Eating is not forbidden. You may eat here. These three phrases, are they the same thing?
No.
Okay. Let me change the here from there.
No, I think there are three different statements. The first one, eating is allowed, meaning it is a must, like you can eat everywhere. And the second one is it's not allowed. And the third one, it can change depending on the situation or circumstance. You can eat or you may not be allowed to eat. Yeah.
So let's take like I'm coming to your room and I knock. And you say that you may enter. Have you allowed me to enter or not?
No.
It's a condition. You can decide whether to enter or not enter.
No. It's the same thing. Like I'm in my room, my office, right? And you have knock. And you say that, okay, can I enter? And I'm like, yes, enter. Have I allowed you to enter or not? That means that it is allowed, right? But just that form differently. So we can also use may to indicate that you are allowed to do something or not, right? If I say that you may sit here, is it allowed to sit here or not? It's allowed, right? That means that
Allowed.
you can sit, right? If I say you may smoke here, then it means that it is allowed to smoke here. That means that in general terms, smoking here is not forbidden, right? Maybe you are in my class and you ask that, can I eat here? And I'm like, okay, you may eat here. As far as I'm telling you that you may eat here, then it means that what eating in the classroom is not forbidden. So may in German is dürfen. And it's like the other modal verbs like the sollen, the können, the dürfen, and it changes the meaning of the main verb. So dürfen is simply means that to be allowed or may. And in A1, when you want to use the may, mostly they use man, which is someone, to differentiate it. So if you check the modal verb rule, it is subject That is number 1 here. Modal verb number 2. Other things here, and the main verb at the last end. So man darf hier nicht rauchen is going to mean that you are not allowed to smoke here. That means that what? It is verboten. So let's check the conjugation. We have ich darf, du darfst, SZS man darf, wir dürfen, ihr dürft, and sie dürfen. So we have man darf impact spelling, right? If I want to change it to a question, I just switch the subjects and the main verb, and I'm going to get what? Darf man hier rauchen. I hope that's clear. Do you understand the dürfen? So you have one option that you can also use dürfen to say that something is allowed. Like instead of saying maybe Essen is verboten, you can also use the dürfen to explain that. So let's check how they can use it in your final exams to confuse you. So this one is a sample of how your final exams is going to be like, right? Let's see. Yeah. So let's check this question here. Number 12. And you want to say that there is a question. So they have auf der Straße and they have parking verboten, right? This is what is on the street. And they're asking the question that Sie dürfen hier nicht parken. Do you think it is richtig or false? You see parking verboten, and they are saying that Sie dürfen hier nicht parken. You think it's richtig or false?
True.
Why is it true?
It's not allowed. Parking not allowed.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's parking not allowed.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one is parking verboten. That means that you are not allowed to what? Park here, right? And this one is telling that Sie dürfen hier nicht parken. That means that you are still not allowed. So in this context, this one is what? Richtig. And that's going to be what? True. Okay. So that's how they can use this dürfen. Somebody might use the dürfen to ask you a question. That's why I want you to know both ways. Sometimes you go and meet somebody like who is a bit advanced, right? And the person will not use ist trinken erlaubt or verboten. So here is darf man hier rauchen, right? So if somebody should ask you that darf man hier rauchen, and you want to say that smoking is allowed, how will you say that? Smoking is rauchen. So you want to say that smoking is allowed, which is rauchen. How will you say that? Rauchen is allowed. How will you say you may smoke? Just search for you and me. How will you say you may?
Yeah.
Manda,
Mandaf, yes. So mandaf what? Rauchen. So man darf rauchen, then it's going to mean that what you may smoke. So let's check these examples here. We have Nummer 2. So man darf im Park picknicken. That means that you are allowed to what? Picnic in the park. And the question is going to be what? Darf man im Park picknicken? Fotografieren is allowed. So when I want to form the question, I'll bring the ist here and the fotografieren erlaubt. So ist fotografieren erlaubt. Number 4 is man darf hier parken. So darf man hier parken. We bring the darf as from front and the man at number 2. And Essen im Klassenzimmer ist verboten. So is Essen im Klassenzimmer verboten. That means that is eating in the classroom forbidden. Hunde mitbringen. Mitbringen is to bring something along, right? So Hunde mitbringen is allowed. So this one is the subject, right? That means that bringing dog along is allowed. So since there is the auxiliary verb here, if I want to form a question, I'll bring the ist here and I'll bring the Hunde mitbringen. So it's going to be ist Hunde mitbringen erlaubt. And man darf hier music hören. You may listen to music here. We bring the darf as number 1. So darf man hear music hören is going to mean that you may listen to music here. Trinken im Bus ist verboten. So we bring the ist here. So ist trinken im Bus verboten. That means that is drinking in the bus forbidden. And number 10 is man darf auf dem Rasen laufen. And it's going to be darf man auf dem Rasen laufen. So this one is going to be the question. So more practice. Somebody can ask the question, is rauchen allowed? You can respond and say that what? 9. Rauchen ist verboten. Or using the modal verb, darf man hear music hören? You can say that, yeah, that is allowed. Or was ist hier verboten? So hier ist Rauchen verboten. So that's what you are going to use to talk about allowed and verboten. Please, do you have any question about that? Okay, so now let's go to the following up and practice the tie zwei. Last time we did the tie dry, and I told you guys last time that by the time I'm done with you, I've prepared you for the exams. So whilst I'm teaching you guys, I'm preparing you for the exams. Don't expect me to be done with the class and give you another time to prepare you. Whilst we are learning, I'm preparing you. So when you open the following up, you come to exams mode and custom chat, right? Then you go to next and you select A1, right? So if you click exams mode and custom chat here, you are going to get this information down here, right? And you click next, click A1, and you last time we did the tie dry, right? Today is tie zwei, and you are going to click start practice. So the tie zwei is where you are going to get question. You are going to apply the W question or the yes or no question. Okay, so your job is to just ask a question that your partner will answer. So for example, Mr. Gabi will ask Madam Esther a question, and Madam Esther will answer, and Madam Esther too will ask Mr. Gabi a question, and Mr. Gabi too will answer. So it's give and take. So this is how the card is going to look like. Sample. They'll give you a card like this. I cannot put all these pictures in the chat. That's why I've placed a sample for you. So you have Tema as start and the keyword as Schule. So we are going to use the keyword to ask the question. So an example is Wo ist bitte die Goethe Schule? You can respond and say that drüben gehen Sie hier geradeaus, the direction that we did last time at number 11. So I've listed about 50 topics that you can get. And right now, I'm not able to save your progress. So like all things being equal, like the cards that you have done, you are not able to do it again. You are not supposed to do it again so that you can track your progress and finish all of them. But since I don't have that, that means that you have to sit down for a while, maybe like 30 minutes. Then you practice as much as you can. You don't need any steady partner. Don't go and call anybody that's less practice, because if you are doing mistake, your steady partner can't help you. So it doesn't work. Don't go and ask anybody anything. Just stay with this app and do as much as you can. When you are done, download the chart as PDF and send it to me to preview what you did. Also, if you are typing, test it by yourself. If you can also speak, like say it. So you have to help yourself, right? So maybe they give you a card like Geschäft and the keyword is Schließen. After you type and you ask the question, speak it out. Can I really say Wann schlägt das Geschäft? Can I say it? Or sometimes you say it out, then you type it. How you are going to use it all depend on you. So we have ready here. You just type here, yes. And if you don't understand any grammar thing, just ask it. Ask. It's going to explain it to you. Right? If you don't understand Geschäftstar, you ask, what's the meaning of Geschäftstar? It's going to explain it for you. So number one is familiar, that's the tema, and number keyword is what? Geschäftstar. So which question can you ask? What's the meaning of Geschäftstar? Hmm? Hey, siblings, right? So which question can you ask? So, for example, that's why you're supposed to practice before you go to the exam, so right? We're almost done with the course. When they give you the card, within like 10 seconds, if you are not able to say something, they will go to the next person. So you must really spend time and be sure that you have a clear understanding about it. So you decide to use a W question or yes or no question. I want to use a yes or no question. So haben Sie Geschwister? So do you have siblings? Can say that, yeah, ich habe Geschwister. Don't go and come and tell me that you were pressured. They will fail you. Nobody should come and tell me that. So before you go, make sure that psychologically you have trained yourself and go and deliver and come. The things I'm giving you, you are going to get exact thing or something similar. Okay? So then you share it. So it's good attempts. Your question and answer are clear. But since you are speaking about yourself, it's small to use what to do. instead of the Z, right? So this is a basic one. So let's move on to the next topic. You have Essen and Lieblingsessen. Which question can you ask? Was ist dein Lieblingsessen? Then you answer yourself. It's going to be what? So my Lieblingsessen is Obst. Good. So you do it, right? The more you do, if you are done or you want to end it, I've limited it to 20 chats a day. So the more you are chatting, then it's counting 20, right? So when you are done, you can just click end summary and show results, and you get a summary of everything that you have done with your keywords and everything. And you can download it as PDF and send it to me, and I'll check it for you. So if you want an overview of all the questions, right? If you come to my results and resources, if you come to my results and the resources, here you are going to find A1. Where is it? Yes, this document, right? My results and results. This number 2. So you can download it if you want, or like you don't want to go through after you have done your practice. So this one is the part 1, that is introducing yourself, and this is the part 2. The document is not all that well organized, so you have to get used to it. So some of the term Wochenende, the keywords that you get, I've listed majority of it here, so you can just glance through. And I've also listed the picture form of it, some here, so you can glance through all of them. And the part 3 is what they are going to show you the pictures. That's what I have saved down here. Okay. So you practice it. If you are done, just download the charts and send it to me, and I'll check it out for you. Please, do you have any question about that? So next week we are going to write our first letter, and nobody should miss that class. These chapters, if you miss it and you want to progress to A2 and all that, you get lost. So these last days, try and be consistent as much as you can. We just have like 2 weeks or something to go. So we are going to do letter writing, that's here, at day 20. Day 20, a total of 25 days. That means that we just have 5 days to go. So I wish you all a wonderful day, and I'm on standby waiting for your PDF. Bye bye.